Hello, and welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
Today we are minus Sarah, but trucking along anyway. We are bringing you Teeling and their 24-year-old whiskey, and we are just excited as all heck to be drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy won Whiskey of the Year 2019, and it has been a glorious thing.
Yes, Teeling. Oh yes, you make amazing things. So, Teeling's got an interesting history. So the original Teeling was in 1782, was with Walter Teeling. He established a distillery in Dublin's Marbone Lane, which was in the Golden Triangle of distilling. So there were so many distilleries there at the time. In Dublin, there was like 30-something distilleries in this little triangle of areas. Like, just beautiful. I mean, that was like the most, by far the biggest distilling was going on in the world there anywhere else. But unfortunately, sad fortunes for Irish whiskey, not the case anymore. It was eventually purchased by Jameson, but closed in 1923. Until 1987, when John Teeling, a descendant of Walter, he purchased a distillery that used to be made industrial alcohol from potatoes. What more Irish can it be? From the Irish Free State government. And then it turned it into the Cooley distillery, which he opened 2 years later in 1989, which had 2 pot stills and 10 column stills. It was the first new distillery to open in Ireland since the consolidations in the 20th century. So it's been a long time. So John's sons, both Jack and Stephen, both worked at Cooley before it was sold to Beam Suntory in 2011. As part of the sale, they were able to keep 16,000 casks, which is where this comes from. Without that purchase, this doesn't exist. Thank you guys for keeping 16,000 casks on here. We really appreciate it. Alright, so he decided to open a new distillery. And so Teeling, which was then brought in 2012, was later joined by his brother Stephen, and they opened up in Dublin. So in 2015, the brothers established a new distillery on Newmarket Square in the Dublin South Inner Side. It was the first time a new distillery had opened in Dublin in 125 years. It was once the world's capital, like we said, of the world's whiskey. Their original distillery last Dublin distillery had closed in 1970. It's already been 40 years since the distillery's been in Dublin, which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you think, how is there no distillery in Dublin for 40 years? But there is now. So, like I said, it's first open then. So the symbol here is freaking awesome. So the symbol's a phoenix, so Teeling rising, and it's a pot still for its body. How cool is that? That is a freaking awesome distillery.
And an awesome box.
Magnetized
over here on the side. I'm going to open it up. We don't do a lot of unboxings for you, but we figured this one is
quite special.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so the emergence of the Teeling brand is called the Spirit of Dublin. They produce 500,000 liters per year on 3 pot stills. Yeah, they do a cool little, this is your certificate here, telling you it's authentic. It's not, some knockoff garbage. Oops, and they fall out, but here, I'll put it back. It's cool. Magnetized too. Beautiful box. Alright.
We're going to move on into the nosing and tasting of this guy.
Citrus.
Citrus for days on this guy. And lots of tree fruit.
Yeah.
Beyond just citrus, I'm getting apricot and pear and peach. I'm getting
lots of lemon, lime.
Lemons and limes and nectarines almost. And
it's also got a little bit of smoke from that peat. Some cinnamon, clove, baking spices. Because it's got a little peat in the malt, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little peat in the malt.
Interesting.
Which is nice. But not that medicinal kind of peat, just really the smoked peat.
Yeah.
It's really nice, some sweet
I'm picking up on a charred barrel more than I am a peat note.
Agreed, completely. Yeah, so you got the peach apple, granulated sugar, some caramel.
A little bit of a charcoal.
Yeah.
This is definitely more in the Irish territory.
Definitely. It's a single malt, too, which is funny.
Right.
It's a single malt rather than a pot still.
Yeah. But it's definitely living in that Irish territory of lighter flavors, not as rich and dominant as Scotch can sometimes be.
Fonda icing, plums, dates.
Yeah, plums for sure.
Salted lime, and smoked perch. Which is I think part of that peat is that smoked perch that I'm getting there. But yeah, it smells wonderful.
Yes, it does.
Can't go wrong with that, that's for sure.
Mm.
Man, that's good.
Mm.
Oh, so rich and buttery.
Oh, so good. So thick and viscous on the mouthfeel. It's like it's rich and oily. Oh my goodness.
Apples and peaches, blackberries, blueberries. It's really dense, like a lemon custard dense.
Mm-hmm.
Some vanilla and some cinnamon. A little bit of that cracked pepper stuff on the finish. Cloves, glazed donuts.
Yeah, for me, it's clove on the finish. It gets into those darker notes of rich, dark, deep finish. Ooh.
Oh, it's good.
The age shows up on the palate. You can absolutely taste how thick and oily it is. It is beautiful.
Yeah, so then you got like your strawberries. You get more of that smoke and powdered sugar. But really, it's that salty lemon lime finish with a hint of smoke. That's what the real finish is. It's like sitting on a beach. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bonfire
going.
We got the sea salt ocean in the background. Oh, it's
It's
beautiful.
that whole
Oh, it's beautiful.
like strawberry lime, like sort of like a margarita on a beach, except for in an Irish whiskey. It's a really weird thing, but that's really what it tastes like. Super citrus, like probably the most citrus
Dominated Irish.
whiskey. Yeah. I just narrowly can't think of this is really freaking delicious.
Yeah. Put in the drop. I'm gonna give it a second to sit.
Yeah. It's beautiful stuff. Can't get over how good this stuff is. I mean, thank God for those 16 casks you guys bought, because damn, that's good.
What about the regular Teeling?
So we wanted to pour some regular Teeling.
Yeah, the regular, not regular, but the
Not regular single malt. Not the small batch, the regular single malt. So we're going to compare just to see what you guys would think. So we pour a little bit. So like the regular single malt's about $50.
Quite a bit less expensive.
Yes.
But
yeah, you can smell the fingerprints there. Obviously it's nowhere near citrusy or whatever, but it still smells really good compared to a $400 bottle compared to a $50 bottle. But this is very rare. There's only 1,000 of them in the world. And so
yeah, it doesn't smell off by any means, but this
no, it
definitely
smells great.
Amazing in comparison. This smells like a drastic step up.
So it's more of the cake icing on the single malt, which is it. We'll give you guys a full review on the regular single malt as well at some point. Wow.
Oh. Okay. So a drop of water in the 24 year actually dialed up a little bit more of the single malt notes that I typically associate with a single malt whiskey. A little bit more of the butterscotch, a little bit more of the brown sugar show up, a little bit more vanilla, and a little bit of the citrus gets dialed down a little bit with the drop of water in there. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that vanilla really accentuates big time.
It does.
Brown sugar.
Yeah. So that's really fun. And again, if you're going to pay this much money for a whiskey, it's really nice that it's going to change over time.
It's really good.
And it's really nice that you can add a drop of water in it and make a completely different beverage out of it. So, you know.
Thankfully, 46% non-chill filter. Thank you, Teeling, for not taking down to 40. Appreciate that.
Correct.
Did a great job with this whiskey. Obviously, thank our friend Julian for introducing us to this again, because oh my gosh, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty magical. Guess after the red breast, totally different. Was red breast was all
red berries.
And,
red berries and oh, that smells so good too.
all citrus. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
this is magic Irish land.
Beast than the red breast 32, but still
Exactly.
very, very interesting.
And like we said, if you happen to watch this on St. Paddy's Day, happy St. Paddy's Day, and this is an amazing whiskey for St. Paddy's Day. I mean, one you would definitely share with friends for sure.
Yeah. Or hoard to yourself and never share with anyone.
Also works. Not as fun, but you can do that. I'm sure this will go great with some corned beef. It'd be great. I'll find out on St. Paddy's Day.
Heard that.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, until we don't have anything left in our glass, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for us. Drop us a comment down below. And until next time, keep on crusading for the whiskey in your glass. Cheers. Oh, so good.
you could look at me real quick, so I can focus. Got your face there. Boom.
That was a good one. That was a good drink. You judge a whiskey on the drink has burp. It's a really good burp. We have found that's what that peat does. We always decide if it's really based on the burp. That's a really good burp.
Whether or not the peat was any good?
Or it doesn't matter. The whiskey in general.
Oh, fair enough.
The burp percentage just tells you how amazing it was. It's quite amazing.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Hello, and welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
Not bad. I should remember what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, you're used to waiting for Sarah to say something. That's fucking hilarious. Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's my turn. Good job.
Okay.